So what's the value proposition for Tilt? What tell us about Tilt?
Sure. So Tilt is an infrastructure and technology company focused on the cannabis market. We started the company with a mind of diversification, both of revenue and sources of business, and kind of creating an actual spread for our investors. So on one hand, like many other companies, we're an MSO, a multi-state operator. Not sure where that term came from, but we'll live with it. We're in 7 states today. We have vertical operations. We manufacture, process, package, distribute our products. But we also have a very big technology platform, which today enables businesses to connect with consumers. It enables products to move from business to business to business to consumers. We're working on a solution for manufacturers to be a little bit smarter. And so we've taken a very broad approach to this market, which is growing faster than anybody would have anticipated.
And you say you operate in 7 states?
Yeah, correct.
And are you actually, so it's an infrastructure and technology company. Is there, what does that basically say, that you're not involved with the actual marijuana itself? Is that what that means?
Oh, we're absolutely involved. Oh, we're absolutely involved in marijuana. I think look, the industry is in the middle of the first inning in a lot of respects. And we do touch the plant, as people refer to it, both here in Canada and now in Europe. We just signed a deal with a group in Macedonia. So we have a team of scientists who do a lot of research for us, creating new form factors. But at the end of the day, we don't really focus on retail, and maybe that's the biggest distinguishing part of our business. While we do own some stores, we're really a store supporting model. Whether it's our consumer packaged goods, consumer devices, we have both in our house. And then we have a broad suite of services to help those businesses do what they're doing better. And that's how we've organized the company.
Alex, how much money did you raise on this IPO round?
We raised about $130 million. We've raised about 250 so far, and I would say we have about 120 million of cash on our balance sheet today.
Wow, wow! And how many shares outstanding?
Pre-M&A, about 330 million today.
330 million, and you're trading. And I see today you're trading around $2.35. Does that sound about right?
You know, yeah, it is. On Tuesday, we had our first research report written by Canaccord, who was our lead banker. They have a target price of $6, and they're basing that off a suggested 2019 performance of about 460 million of total revenue, and just about $150 million of EBITDA, which gives us about a 33% EBITDA margin.
Do you think those estimates are rather aggressive, or do you think you're on track to, from everything you see, to meet those numbers?
I think we are very well positioned to capitalize on growth in 2019 the way we've laid it out. And don't forget, in that number, about 2/3 comes from the sale of cannabis products. One of our starting states is Massachusetts, so we have a tremendous presence there. And then the other third is in consumer devices like pens, and also in software and services. So as I said, you know, we've got a very impressive actual spread. What we've done in Tilt is really a holding company. We've gone out and bought market-leading companies, whether they're in a single state and have measurable market share, or they've figured out how to dominate the market that they're in across every state, like a pen company, like a distributor, like a SaaS platform. It's all in our company now.
Alex, prior to going public, which has only been about, looks like about 4 weeks ago, you were private, obviously. And how long were you private? How long were you guys private and doing what you're doing? In other words,
well,
how old's the company?
So the starting point for our company was early 2016, but a lot of companies in our portfolio started as far ago as 2014 or 13. So it really depends on which company we're focused on. All now inside Tilt and operate as a Tilt company. So the starting point goes back a little further than that, but I would say the foundation of the company was early 2016.
Right.
Now, Alex, is the macro environment in cannabis right now, obviously it's taken a little bit of a downturn since Canadian legalization on October 17th. Has that affected anything that you're doing right now, or impacted any of your operations in any way? Or is it just, you know, you're trying to execute on your business plan, full steam ahead, and everything will take care of itself.
We're absolutely keeping our head down and trying to build a great cannabis company, irrespective of the capital markets. Obviously, those will impact the valuations of the target companies we're looking at, or possibly our access to large quantums of capital that we think we need to build a company. But at the moment, we're uncorrelated and uncoupled from what's going on in the macro. I mean, it's the industry is so new. If you look at the United States alone, you know, the average consumer, I should say the average resident, due to the intrastate restrictions in Colorado, they were spending about $288 a person as early as the first quarter of this year. If you extrapolate that across the country, you're looking at a $100 billion annual market. And we only had 9 last year showing up. So, you know, we're $90 billion away from new revenue to get to that number. And, you know, our company, along with only a few other companies, are really the best positioned to capture most of that new revenue coming online.
Great.
Alex, you're obviously well funded. You've obviously had time to put your company together. Looks like you're executing. Wish you all the best. We're going to leave it there, and hope we can invite you back and maybe a quarter, and you can update us. How's that?
I'd appreciate the invitation. Absolutely.